Jeff, the last question I want to talk about today would be a general conceptual question, and that's how does an investor, a real estate investor, let's say they're new to pre-foreclosure investing, maybe they're new to investing, how does an investor approach the pre-foreclosure business? With what mindset? What do they have to be thinking about? I mean,
there's a few things that they have to be thinking about. They have to approach it from the point of view of that they're going into it to accomplish at least two things: to help other people and to make money. Mm-hmm. They have to understand their market that they're going to be doing these deals in. They've got to know, is their market stagnant, rising, falling? They got to know that. They've got to know the values of their houses. They've got to know the values of repairs. Realeflow does all this for them. Mm-hmm. They've got to be able to work with real estate agents, because you're gonna have to work with a real estate agent, because mm-hmm. one of the criteria that all servicers and lenders and banks have now on a short sale is the house must be listed, must be exposed on the market for a length of time. So they got to know how to work with agents. They've got to know where they're going to get the money to fund the purchase. Mm-hmm. And other than that, they've got to get really good at one important thing: doing what you and I are doing right now, mm-hmm. eyeball to eyeball with that seller, listening to and understanding what's going on. Mm-hmm. Greg, you did this hundreds and hundreds of times.
Right.
To where I think literally you knew what they were going to say before they said it, because Absolutely. You'd heard the story hundreds of times.
Right.
But you've got to get good at that. You've got to be like you were with developing the empathy to get that homeowner to say, "Can you help me?"
Absolutely. Good. Jeff, I think I could expand on what you just said, but I won't, because it was really all-encompassing. I think if you take what Jeff just said and apply it to your business and how you approach this business, you're going to be successful. You have to bring a work ethic.
Yeah.
We'll say you have to sort of expect the unexpected a little bit.
Yep.
So many people, so many investors are used to just marketing, talking to sellers, hardcore negotiating with the seller, buying the property, yes or no, and moving on to the next one. So there's no empathetic discussion. There's no, their communication abilities stink. They're not, they don't listen. They're just, they look at themselves as real estate investors. I think if you focus in this business, much like if you work with people in probate, or if you work with people, in financially distressed situations, you helping them, offering them, an extension of your hand, helping pull them out of, you're solving one of the major problems in their life, maybe all time. And if you take that approach and you're going to help them solve that problem, you will be successful.
You will be.
And every month there's how many new pre-foreclosure opportunities. That's one of the predictable and systematic things about this business is people lose their jobs all the time. People get divorced all the time. They get disabled all the time. There's about a dozen reasons why they fall into pre-foreclosure, and that's not going away. So every month there's new opportunities to look at and people to help and work with.
Right. Greg, I gotta follow up on the one comment you made, because it's so true. And just a couple of my mentors, people that I'm privileged to work with and learn from, they've repeatedly said it this way: real estate investing, and particularly pre-foreclosure investing, is a thinking person's business, not a running person's business. Mm-hmm. You've got to think about what you're doing. You've got to think about what is that borrower feeling, and what's going on there, and is this a deal I can help or not help in?
Right.
You got to think that stuff through.
Right, absolutely. Good.
Yep.
Jeff, well, hey, I appreciate it.
Always a pleasure.